Hey everybody, welcome back to hiiii Supercoach. And today, well, we're talking about a round that could easily be forgotten about. It's been a very depressing round, and I feel for everyone this week. It seems like it's been a shit week for pretty much every team. All the rookies are fucking useless. And yeah, we're not going to be holding back today, so enjoy, get the popcorn out, relax, and yeah, just enjoy this video. So let's go through game by game how everyone's gone. I haven't really done any videos lately, so it's going to be a bit of a longer one, I think. We've got to play catch up a bit. So we'll start with Freo, Sean Darcy. Anyone that traded him out for Tim English, in my opinion, bad trade. I think Darcy's probably the lock for R2. Witt's getting injured again or whatever he did. I mean, he's just fucking, his durability is gone to the, he's terrible. His durability is terrible right now. He's clearly battling an injury, and players like that, you know, this is what I hate about coaches. I know we're already getting sidetracked, but fuck you, Wits, and fuck you, Stuart, because you guys said you had full pre-seasons, and all of a sudden now you've been dealing with a back injury. So what's the truth? Do you have a back injury, or are you fucking capping? Anyway, moving on from Wits, fuck him. Caleb Sarong, so he looks like the real deal. I think he's going to be a bit too expensive now. If you jumped on him this week, real good job. He clearly looks better than Brayshaw, and yeah, if I had my time over, would have gone someone like him over LDU. We'll talk about LDU soon, and it's not going to be very nice. But the only thing I don't like is how many handballs he's had. So he's had 26 handballs. It's not ideal at all, but you know, he still got the job done. 19 contested, just an absolute monster. 10 clearances. So Caleb Sarong looks superb this year. Respect anyone that picked him. And then Luke Ryan again, just an absolute stat pad. Loves a cheap touch. Very much of a seagull. Yep, you got the seagull icon. So if you're going to pick him, I think he can do it this year. I don't know what about the roles specifically changed to the point where he'll be a top 6 this year and not last year. But he just looks good. It's as simple as that. He looks really good. Brayshaw sucks. Don't stay away from Brayshaw. Apparently had really low time on ground. 52% disposal efficiency. Just terrible all around from him. Moving on. Will Brody's going to be so cheap. He's seriously out of form. He might come good, I don't know. Brendan Cox, fucking trap. Matthew Johnson, fraud. Fuck you. I brought in Johnson this week because I couldn't obviously bring Dylan Williams in. Now moving on to the Bulldogs. Bont looks like M1. Absolute animal. If you don't have him, try and get him in ASAP. It's a no-brainer pick. He's just a beast. Liver looked really good. If you pick Liver, still hold him, do that concussion. Even if he misses 2 weeks, which I don't think he will, he'll miss 1. He's an absolute animal, so keep him. Treloar's a really good pod. If you consider Treloar, like, I don't know if he can quite push in that top 8 range, but he's clearly getting more mid-time and looks really good. Looks back to that Uber Primo that he was at Collingwood. Tim English, well, this is probably his flaw, honestly. He got smacked around by Darcy, but he still managed to pump out a really good score. So I think with Timmy English, you know what you're going to get every week, and that's 130 plus. So stat pad goat, and just a really, really good player in every facet of Supercoach. Caleb Daniel, no, he's not really relevant. Johannesson 84, so he's one people are kind of hot on. Head knock. Did he get subbed out? No. Maybe. No. Toby McLean did. Fucking shitter. Bailey Dale's going to be cheap, but I don't like to pick him. Oscar Baker did okay. 59, I guess, is tolerable for a rookie this week. Liam Jones, fuck you. At least he got to 50. It looked like he wasn't even going to crack 20. So, Liam Jones, you know what? I think I have to hold you one more time, but you're a fucking dog because you want to pump out an 88 or whatever when you're on my bench, and then I bring you back on the field and you pump out a 20 again or 50 again. So, fuck you, Jones. Here we go. Now my dog's barking. This thing's about to get put down. Let's move on. Port Adelaide West Coast. Will Drew, fucking bail. 10 tackles. No, you're not doing that again. Connor Rosey, so really good game from Rosey. Yeah, he just looked good. Like, he looked like he had more mid-time than Butters. But Butters still played alright. But yeah, I think Rosey is probably a lock for a top 6 forward now. 2 goals, played really well. Had a couple of frees against for holding the ball, I think. It didn't go super efficient, 69%. But yeah, really damaging player. And every time he gets the ball, he does like this cheesy sidestep and it just fools everyone every time. So surely opposition teams catch on to that. Anyway, no one else really relevant. Teakle 85 is one we definitely have to consider. And spoiler alert at my team. You know what, fuck it. You guys have seen it now. We may as well talk about it. So Teakle 198 and he's averaging 85. So his break even's going to be really low. Probably a downgrade target for the big Rat. But Rat's fucking scoring well, man. So I don't know. Wait and see. Is Teakle a forward? No, he's just a ruck. So what you could do is you could trade out someone like Chandler and you swing Rat down and then you bring Teakle in. That could be a cheese play. Anyway, spoiler alert for my team. This is a bit of a sidetrack, but I reversed my Took and Roberts trade, believe it or not. On the last day, I got cold feet on Roberts, and I don't know why. I just really had a bad gut feeling. It was a really bad feeling. I was like, fuck, I don't know. I don't know about Roberts anymore. I didn't expect him to get injured, obviously, or Took. And I brought in Rosie and Cogs. So the team looks fucking dog shit, but those two picks I got really, really right. So thank God for that. Dodged massive bullets. If I had kept Took, you know what, I might not even be here today. Seriously, because fucking, that would have been Steele out and then McGovern to Day to Sard to Took. And it would have been all injuries. So, yeah, might have been lights out for Hippo 2K and might have been hanging from the ceiling up there. So, yeah, thank fuck I didn't do that. That could have been absolute doomsday scenario. Like, fuck me. Spare a thought for a Supercoach Hall of Famer, Ben from Fiddies. I'll move the camera. You can see his score. So he's taken Laird's one. He didn't take Laird's 126, and he's brought in Took Miller and captained him. And yeah, it's probably going to cost him the matchup. I mean, I don't know. My team's pretty fraudulent, so I don't know. But yeah, and then Phillips to get subbed off with a fucking drag sub. Like, come on, man. Anyway, lesson learned. Take your 120s, please. Even if you're going to lose the matchup, it's just so risky not to take it. And I'm scared, right? This is what happened with my team, right? I had English as my VC, and I'm happy about that and whatnot. But the problem is, I've got no loop. Unless David doesn't play, I've got no loop. And I took a punt, right? Because Wilmot scored 39. I'm like, fuck, Constable surely goes more than 40. Like, I'm not taking a 39 score. And he fucking goes 4 less, the little mullet dog. So, yeah, that's really annoying. And I have to take a punt on Nick Dacos. He could get tagged. He's gone big every game. This is the first week I'm having him straight captain. I'm still not so sure. You know, you're captaining a second-year player, but when we saw what happened to Sheasel, fucking hell. I don't know. I don't know what to do, man. Anyway, yeah, we'll talk about the team more in depth soon, but yeah, we got a bit sidetracked, which sums up pretty much every video on this channel, but we'll get back into the games. We'll try and fly through them a bit. Ollie Lord, debutant, started really well and traded out. Yeah, key forward. It's not really the type of player we need in our super coaches. Jason Horn-Francis, fucking fraud. What a absolute bot. I think you have to trade him. I really do. I think he's as good as gone. BJ Williams, fucking Bale J. Williams. He's had 37 hitouts. So Teakle might be one to concede a lot of hitouts. Oh, Teakle had 34. I don't know. But yeah, he played actually really well. 21 touches. Fuck me. 37 hitouts, 16 contested. Had a few clearances as well. Yeah, 13 clearances. Holy shit. No wonder he scored well. What an animal. Anyway, moving on. He's not relevant. None of this West Coast team is relevant. Luke Edwards, if you brought him in for 198k, pretty stiff. 17 touches, bit underscored, I would have thought. Yeah, 48's pretty stiff for that. Ruben Ginby did okay, still going to drop a little bit of cash, but if you held him, it's not the worst thing. That's pretty much it for this fucking shit game. And you know what the funny thing is? Part of the reason why I traded Rosie in, because I didn't have anyone from this game and I wanted to make it interesting. That's the state of my mindset when it comes to Supercoach. Like, it's just, all my logical thinking has just been shot. GWS, Josh Kelly bounced back from that shitty 80 last week, 140. You take that. I still wouldn't probably VC or C him. That's the only thing. I think he'll be around that top 8 mark. It's really hard to pick that top 8 mids at the moment. Like, you got your Lairds and Olivers, but then fucking Neil. Don't put him in that conversation, stupid little alien. Cogs, absolute goat. Can't believe I brought him in. 38 touches. Fuck me. 8 tackles. Just played like an absolute beast. Didn't go that efficient as per usual, but did well and truly enough. Himmelberg is one to consider. So, yeah, so switch backline to cover Taylor, who's out for 10 weeks, it seems. So, fuck, he's very cheap. 372k. What's his break even? Okay, he's going to go up a bit. Let's say he's like 380 or 390. That's got to be someone to consider. Has to be. Defender forward status is really valuable too. In 10 weeks, we can get some really big scores out of him. If that's going to be a permanent thing, if they bring in a defender this week, then maybe we'll have to consider someone else. But Himmelberg is well and truly on my radar. If I could somehow bring in Himmelberg and Day this week for Ash and like fucking, I don't know, someone, that would be huge. Ash is gone though, fucking dog. So yeah, we'll talk about him now. Stupid little fraud. This game was so bad, I actually fell asleep during it. And Lockie Ash, you know what, to wake up to a 58 from your fucking ghost ass wasn't very pleasant. So you are gone. You are as good as gone. I don't know why I picked you. He was a pod, and he was a massive trap. So fuck you. Where are those 130s that you pumped out in the preseason been? You haven't even turned up this year. Fuck you. Anyway. Brisbane. Dunkley got a tag. Oh, he was tagging. Yeah, he was tagging Kelly. It didn't really work. I remember the days when Dunkley was a tagger. Lockie Neal. So, you are lucky I've got bigger problems in my team because you would be fucking gone. How do you score 76? They reckon Perryman tagged him. Honestly, don't think he got tagged. I think he was just dog shit. Fuck, man. Like, he is so frustrating. Ashcroft 76 is a pretty good score. McKenna 57, 15 touches, 14 of them kicks. Pretty stiff to score that. So, yeah, didn't have many contested, I guess. And then Wilmot, fuck you, bro. You're gone. Oh, so many players on my team need to go. Anyway, moving on. No one else really relevant to talk about. Geelong Sydney, this beatdown of a game. Let's have a look. So, Sydney, let's talk about you first. Jake Lloyd, 77, pretty stiff. Absolute blowout. But Errol Goulden, man. He's got the axe on him. What does this say? Gave away 4 free kicks, but he also had 4 frees for. So Goulden's one that I really haven't liked all year. I haven't liked his role one bit, but he's scored well enough. But I think they've been kind of fake scores, if that makes sense. Like, I think he's just been a bit lucky. Fuck, man. I want to get rid of him, but I just can't. Unfortunately, I've got bigger issues. Surely Sydney have some easy games coming up. I feel like they've played some really hard teams. Anyway, Goulden's one, if you can trade him, because I don't think the role's there. He played a lot of wing, it seemed. I don't know the exact numbers. I mean, you got fucking dogs like a Robot in there tagging. Who did he tag? Dangerfield. Oh, that worked, didn't it? 144. Yeah, good tag, bro. Fucking John Longmire is going to be one of the shittest coaches ever. Seriously. He's lucky. He's another one. Chris Scott and him, shittest coaches. They've been lucky they've had a good list pretty much their whole career. We'll move on to Geelong. So Dangerfield, is he relevant? It's a tough one. I don't think so, but if he was 2 years younger, maybe. Yeah, I just feel like there might be games where they manage him late or something. I don't know. He looked really fucking good. If you want to jump on him, do it. At this point, anything's worth risking. Tom Stewart, very, very consistent. 23 touches and he's gone 111. Very rarely misses by foot. Plenty of marks. Loves an intercept mark. Just a really safe option. And I think a genuine contender for D1 or 2. Yeah. It's going to be him, Dacos, Dawson, you would think. Anyone else to talk about from this game? Radigalea 75. I mean, look at how low a 75 is, right? It's like, what, the fucking 6th last player? And then you look at here, 75 would be like the 6th highest player. So, just shows like it's good to have players in good teams, I guess. But yeah, Rat's been really good, man. Like, if you started him, that's a really, really good pick. There was plenty of times where we could have jumped off. But anyone that still got him, good job. That's pretty much it for this game. Not too much to talk about. I haven't really missed anyone. Now, Hawthorn Adelaide. Let's have a look at these bad boys. Fuck, we're already up to 15 minutes. This is going to be a long video. Hope he did get the popcorn. So Connor Nash was tagging. He scored 124. Jeez, it's pretty impressive, to be honest. Like, yeah, you can't deny that. John Newcombe, fuck you. I actually hate John Newcombe. He's shit. Sicily 105, pretty good for considering how badly he was looking. Yeah, you take a 105 from Sicily. I think he will maybe be an option. I don't know if he's getting the kick-ins, but 11 marks. He had 9 clangers. Like, how often is he going to have 9 clangers? He had a shit day and had a 105. So, one to definitely put on our radars, because I think we're going to need some value primos over the next few weeks. I don't think we can jump on the Clarys and the Lairds unless they're fallen. I mean, Tuke will be cheap soon, which will be good. Hopefully he's not out for too long. Warple 98. I mean, if you held him, good job. That's a pretty decent score for him. Shamus Mitchell 79, so has to come in this week. Absolutely no-brainer pick. Fergus Green 77, so fingers crossed Davey doesn't play, because then I can take Fergus Green's score. That'd be huge. Yeah, he might be a field option. I mean, it's just kicking goals every week. Cam McKenzie, bit of a trap if you held him. It's pretty much it for Hawthorn. Dylan Moore's not really setting the world on fire. Tex Walker kicked 4, so he's not going to go 1 dead every week. Laird looked really good considering he had a tag and had 12 tackles. So, yeah, he's an animal. So he's freed up in the third quarter. Had an knock. Yeah, right. So lowish Tom on ground. Well, no, not that low in the end. I think Laird's still a really good option. I think he can still be M1, to be honest. Rory Sloan 119. That's a bit of a fluke game. Moving down, Jordan Dawson 78. Now that's... He's going to be pretty cheap soon. I know he won't be cheap this week, but yeah, with that in his three round break even thingy, he'll drop a fair bit. So fingers crossed he can not hurt us too much that don't have him. If you brought him in this week for 650k, fucking ripping the chat, man. RIP. But he'll be still up there. Like, it's not the worst thing, but it's just annoying for this week. So, who else have we got? Michelani, pretty stiff. Oh, he only had 6 touches. 9 tackles, though. Fucking hell. Yeah, 50. Probably a bit of a trap in the end. Hopefully major. Like 100k, which would be decent for a rookie this year. Yeah, that's pretty much it from this game. It's all about Carlton St Kilda. This game's a bit more relevant, I think. So, Mitch Owens, man, he's been unreal. This was a hard game to watch as a Carlton supporter. Now, I think Supercoach's side, St Kilda are doing something with their zone where it's just, I don't know. It seems like teams just can't crack it. I don't know structurally what it is, but it just seems like they're really disciplined and they shut off like every lane to attack. So it's strange. And Carlton just had to keep chipping it around. It just like, you watch it like, to the casual supporter, you'd watch that game and you'd be like, fuck off. You'd watch that game and you'd be like, why aren't Carlton going forward? You know, they're down by, 4 or 5 goals and there's 10 minutes left. They're not playing attacking, but there was no options. So St Kilda are really good. They've got a really good system. And I don't know exactly what it is, but whatever it is, it's fucking working. So St Kilda legit deserve to be top. They're one of the best teams in the comp for sure. Which is crazy. Yeah. It is crazy to think you can turn a club around in 1 year or 1 off season. If I'm cheering for someone like North, like I'll be pretty optimistic because like I don't know, they haven't really gotten anyone, have they? I mean, Mason Woods turned into a fucking demigod. Mitch Owens has turned into a beast too. Anyway, get back on the Supercoach. Yeah, so Sinclair 105, pretty good considering he got tagged for most of the game until Ed Kerno. Until half time. There you go. But every time he touches the ball, something happens. Something good happens. So, what's his price going to be? How many of these value players can we bring in? Like Himmelberg, Sinclair, Day. How many can we bring in? He's going to drop a little bit. It'd be like 540. Not going to get much cheaper. So, keep a very close eye on him because he's got one thing about Himmelberg and Day is they don't have as much potential as this guy to be a top 6. This guy is capable of being D1. So, yeah, it's going to be some decision. There's going to be some serious decisions coming up. But yeah, we'll talk about it in a second. So, Ron Marshall, 88, you fucking suck, man. Like, honestly, I hate this prick. I wish... Oh, if Campbell had been named round 1, I would have started English and Wits. I would have traded Wits to Darcy when Wits went down, and it would have been just perfect. My ranking would be so much better. It's these such little 50-50s that can really fuck you over, and it's really frustrating to look back on in hindsight, but we're not going to be a fucking hindsight hero. Wangani Malera, shit. Jack Steele, he's going to be cheap as fuck. I don't even know if he's that good anymore. I mean, yeah, clearly underdone. He's pretty accurate. Like, he didn't look right. To me, he hasn't looked right all season, though. Like, it's a weird one, because obviously the dude's, you know, a beast. But, man, he's just... Like, bro, just take another week. If you're going to come out and be shit, just take one more week. It's not worth risking. Like, I know he's a fucking... loves to play and whatnot, and captain. Like, but just... I don't know. For Supercoaches, it's so annoying. If you took, like, a pod play and brought him in this week, could you imagine how pissed off you'd be with a 50? Fucking hell. Anyway, he's going to be very cheap, so keep him on the watch list. I'm actually going to update my watch list. Not watch list, notepad. So I had this little thing, and it's kind of changed, so we're going to just get rid of this. So the watch list, we'll talk about it in a second. Carlton, so Cripps went really well. We had 34 touches, 7 tackles, 22 of them contested. Man, the only thing that's holding him back to what he was last year was the goals. Like, his accuracy is fucking terrible. He's gone at 58%. So, yeah, Cripps is just a butcher. But plenty contested, so you know he's going to be up there just because there's so many contested possessions. And when it's just him and Peter Nat, when there's no DeConey, man, Cripps is going 120 just about every week. So, yeah, Nick Newman, I reckon he's one of the shittest players in the comp. I know he's had 28 touches, 10 marks. Right, this guy's a turnover machine. He's fucking terrible in the one-on-ones. And I actually reckon he's just dog shit. I really hate watching Nick Newman play. As a Carlton supporter, I reckon he's one of the worst players in our team. And I know Supercoach is really good, or well, he's relatively good, but fuck him, man. He's not that good. Walsh, another 130. So he's one we have to consider. Fuck, he's had 38 touches, 9 marks. He looks good. Keep an eye on him. So, yeah, we'll chuck. So we got Walsh. Who else do we want? We want Sinclair, who we can probably get for 540. Wolf, we want to try and target around 600, because I don't think he's going to drop much more than that. Himmelberg, what, 380? I think we said, to 390. So Himmelberg's one you probably need to wait 1 week, unless they like clearly come out and say Himmelberg's going to play defense. Obviously Day, I think he's what, 450? Something like that. So these are the guys I want to target, and you're probably looking at the list and you're thinking fucking shitters of players. But you know what? These guys are really good value. Took might get to like 550. That'll be like later. So how many players? We'll have a look in a second, because this is going to be a long video, man. Hollands was 60. That's all right. Sincotta probably have to bring in next week. Cowan, fuck you, bro. Honestly, fuck you. He looks scared. Every time he gets the ball, he looks fucking petrified. So annoying. Anyway, let's come with this game. This game was just as frustrating as any of them. So, Matt Rowe's looking really good. 12 tackles. Jared Witt's 91. It's pretty solid considering shit time on ground. Cheek Miller 40. Really unfortunate for anyone that brought him in. Zeeble really good. 111, thought Hall would affect him. Turns out it's really affected Sheasel. LDU, so he is fucked, man. If I could somehow get rid of him, I would. He looks absolutely terrible, and turns out he might be one of the biggest traps ever. He's clearly battling an injury, I think, of some sort. He doesn't look like he can run. There was a play that I didn't watch much of this game, but there was a play where I think someone did a sidestep on him, and he just completely gave up. Like, he could have maybe tackled. He just like kept running. I don't know if anyone remembers the exact moment, but I just thought, fucking hell. This is the guy I paid $5.50 for and expected to be a top 8. Fucking pathetic. Anyway, Sheasel got a hard tag, and I think played a bit out of position. So maybe this is the issue, right? And that'll pretty much do with the game so far. So the issue is people like Sheasel might not actually be keepers. And when we planned a few weeks ago, even last week, we expected guys like him to be a keeper. Like Errol Goulden, we thought he'd be a keeper. I don't know if he is anymore. So looking at my team, how do I want to finish it? So if we have Sinclair here, where Ash is, then we need 3 other defenders and 25 trades. Man, it's not looking good. It really isn't. So we have to go, I think, down the value path. That's why I picked like Rosie and Cogs this week, and it really worked out well. I know it's only a 1 week play, but it looks like it's going to be okay. So Cogs will obviously come down here. We'll say Shees was a keeper for now, but I don't know. Like, how often is he going to get a hard tag every week? All right, so Goulden, I don't think is a keeper, but we'll have him as a keeper for now. So we need to get rid. Setterfield's not a keeper. Setterfield, Hopper, and Ashcroft need to go. These 3 need to go. And Cogs needs to come down here. So we need to fill 4 spots. And then we need to fill 1 spot. So the defense is Himmelberg, he'll be here. Day will be here. Okay, so that means we need 1 more defender, which will probably have to be Dawson. Hopefully we can get him for like 600-ish. Because like, you still want those top guys. So Dawson 600, hopefully. So that would complete our backline. So the backline would look like Dacos, Stewart, Dawson, Day, Himmelberg, and Sinclair. And I like that backline a lot. And the midfield will be Neil, Bont, LDU, who are unfortunately going to have to hold for a while. And then we need Took for 550. Like, who else is... This is the problem with the midfield. Like, who can we get? We need to try and get Laird. But Laird's going to be like... We're going to have to expect 620 to 650k. I think, for Laird. So, what the fuck is wrong with this shit app? Marshall might not even be a keeper. So, this is the issue, right? So, we've got Laird. That would give us... Alright, so that's instead of Goulden. So we need 3 more. 3 more. Yeah. So if Took and Laird go there, those 2, we need 3 more midfielders. And that would be Walsh. So for 600 we need Walsh. And this is such wishful thinking. We need to get Oliver somehow, hopefully like 600. That'll be Oliver. But can we even do that? That's the thing. Like, I don't think we can. Well, this is ideal. This is in like a perfect world. 25 trades left. 1 fucking boost left, I think. I don't know if we can do it. I really don't. And then, who would be the last one we would want? I don't even know. I would use a fuckwit. Anyway, that's how the team's looking. And it's not good. It really isn't good at all. You know, we've got a bit of cash gen, but it could dry up very easily. And the trades are going to be cut so short. I reckon I'm going to get 5 rounds out and have no trades left. So that's why I think try and prioritize value this year. The Primos are fucking us over. Something shocking. You never know. Oliver could have what happened. Imagine you pay 700 for Oliver, right? And he does what Took did this week. So you just never know. I think we have to go with some value picks here. Take a risk. Take a gamble on a player like Himmelberg, who's going to have a role change, it seems. Worked out last year really, really well. So, yeah. Sinclair's cheap. Sicily's another one that might be cheap enough. We got to, I just think, yeah, got to try and get some of these value picks. Anyway, that's it. 29 minutes on a video. If you guys are still here, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've had a good insight, a bit of entertainment. Yeah, it's a fucking shit week for everyone. It could have been really, really worse for me if I had Matt Roberts and Took Miller. If you do have them, just remember, as frustrating as this week, everyone's having a shit week this week in one way or another. Just try and stay positive and, yeah, use those trades as wisely as you can. You're going to have to probably sideways too. You're probably going to have to sideways Matt Roberts or use him as a loophole. His cash gen's probably fucked now. It's just unfortunate, you know. Everyone's had some injuries here and there. It's like we're walking around landmines at this point. So that's it for the video. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll probably see you at the end of Tuesday night.